get a chance to see Alan Hutton's challenge on Saido Berahino back? You didn't see it.
Yeah, I've seen the challenge, but I thought John managed the game pretty well, and there's enough people at the moment criticising referees and looking for referees or looking to blame referees. John didn't cost us the game on Saturday, on Tuesday night. We cost ourselves the game. So that people make good decisions and bad decisions, and you have to accept it. Yeah, I'm sure he'll look back at it and maybe I'll analyse it differently than what he did on the night. But I'm not getting into that. This, that, and the other. And like I say, enough people are doing that.
Do you think there's an issue with retrospective punishment though? Because Berahino gets a yellow card. We saw Jovetic get sent off for Chelsea for reacting to what he felt was a very bad tackle, and a lot of people in football did.
Well, I think we've got to be careful on what and how we do it and how many times we use it, because you don't want to be breaking the game up all the time. The game, it's a wonderful game, and it's it's the greatest game on the planet in my opinion, and it is because it flows. It ebbs and flows, and especially in this country, we don't want to be breaking it up. But I would have 2 calls, during a game that managers can call back, and you can do some advertising on big screens now and bring everything into it. The clubs would make some money for doing it as well, and it gives the opportunity and the chance then for the officials to, especially decisions that could be big decisions that affect games, to get them right, and they have to accept, FIFA have to accept, UEFA have to accept that referees do make mistakes, and they have to be big enough to say yes, we do make mistakes. It gives us an opportunity. This would give us an opportunity to rectify those mistakes.
Tim Sherwood said the other day, I don't think we have a chance to talk to you since, that when we asked him about the fact that he had an interview here at this football club, he said it was a great little club, and he's now delighted to be a massive club.
Yeah, that's Tim. That's no problems with me. No problems with the chairman, no problems with me at all.
You can understand the fans didn't quite like it. We thought that might be your team talk.
Nah, that Tim's Tim, and he'll be good fun for everybody around the West Midlands for the time he's at Aston Villa, I'm sure.
You going to pin that up on the changing room?
Nah, I don't need to pin anything up on the changing room. We've got a good group of lads here, and they'll want to win the game tomorrow as much as Aston Villa will want to win the game.
What have you learned from Tuesday night?
We were poor. We started poor. We give Villa we allowed them the impetus to control the game in the first half. The best thing that happened in the first half was, the half-time whistle. That gave us a chance to shake it all down and start again. And we were better second half. And like I said, it was a massive disappointment for and Ben's been absolutely wonderful this year for us. For him to make a mistake that you wouldn't expect him to make.
You've been playing with Bars Myhill in the cup. Would that be the same this weekend?
I'll be telling the goalkeepers first before I tell you.
Okay, well I didn't know you hadn't told them.
No, we're not trained until 4 o'clock.
Right.
So I'll speak to the goalkeepers, and obviously Bo has had an injury with his finger, so we've got to take that into account as well.
So we don't know, basically.
No.
Okay. Did you underestimate Aston Villa on Tuesday, or did?
I have.
Surprised?
I'm surprised you've asked that question. I have great respect for every football club and every team. From the first round of the FA Cup that we played in, or the third round, tie, right the way through to tomorrow. Every club we play in the Premiership, the FA Cup, whoever it is, I have total respect for those clubs, for the people there, for the supporters. I never underestimate anyone. I've been in the game too long to do that.
It was a disappointment for everyone associated with West Bromwich Albion on Tuesday night. On the plus side, you can go straight back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, you can. We know it's going to be, a tough game, and we know there's a lot at stake. We've got 1 or 2 injuries that we're concerned about. 1 or 2 people who are carrying knocks. We've been carrying knocks now for the last, few games. So we're going to have to, address that, and then go from there.
Was the pain of Tuesday a motivating factor for all of you?
Nah, not really. I don't think we need any motivation. It's it's a local derby. It's quarter-final of the FA Cup. It's absolutely wonderful that we've got to this stage. And, like I say, these are big games that everybody should look forward to, and we'll certainly be looking forward to it.
Can you win the FA Cup, Tony?
We've got as good a chance as any of the 8 teams left in there, I think.
It's opened up for you a little bit, hasn't it? People
well, you go and ask Bradford. Bradford will fancy winning it as well. I hope.
Have you had a word with Ben Foster? He was
No. They had a day off yesterday, so they dust themselves down and we'll start again. But Ben Foster's been how many clean sheets we've kept 9 clean sheets or something this year. Ben's been absolutely fantastic. But everybody, we're just talking about referees. Referees make mistakes. Goalkeepers get highlighted like referees. It can cost you games.
And you mentioned the injuries there. Sido and Brown O'Day, I think, were playing with injections. Have they had any reaction from it? Or okay?
Well, there's 1 or 2 others that we've got little knocks and niggles that we'll have to look at. We obviously we're careful. We've got to be careful because of the size of the squad and the road ahead in respect of us staying in the Premiership. This is a massive game for us, and we'll try and put our strongest team out. But we also know that there's stuff further down the line as well.
Keeping the detail under your hat.
Keeping a bald head under my hat.
Does it need to be any closer?
Not this weekend. Not this weekend.
Thank you, mate.
Tony, how's Callum Manning?
Again, Callum's done a little bit of work today, but we're not sure whether he'll be fit for Saturday. So that's been a little bit of a setback for us because we certainly need that it is trickery, especially at the back end of games. It would have been nice to have brought him on. We sort of wrestled, I think, the initiative off Aston Villa, and we could have done with that extra little bit of quality up front. And even with Cess has had obviously personal problems, 1 or 2 very, very poor personal problems that are really, really disappointing at the moment in respect of for himself. Devastating for himself. So we've had to go careful with Cess as well.
What sort of a knock is it with McManaman?
It's the bottom of his foot.
Will you be looking for the kind of performance that...
I keep looking at you and you keep sort of looking at me back. I thought you were going to ask me a question. Yeah.
Will you be looking for the kind of performance you went out against West Ham, where you kind of blitzed it in that first half and you played really well?
We're looking for a kind of performance that will get us through to the semi-finals. FA Cup is, cup football is one-off games, and you need a little bit of luck, you need the breaks, and that's what we'll be looking for. We'll be looking to work very, very hard, and hopefully we'll get the breaks this time.